I know. I mean, they just drill it. You put that crap in. It's not.
1017 1017 Hyperion Avenue,
Hyperion.
LA.
Okay. 1017 Hyperion Avenue, Los Angeles. This is Nathan Rice with Clearview Sewer Cams, and we're performing a video sewer and waste inspection through a 4-inch ABS cleanout located on the rear left-hand side of the property. And today is Thursday, the 1st. June 1st, and we are at 1017 Hyperion Ave, Los Angeles, California, 90029. This is our 4-inch ABS waste line cleanout. We're gonna put our camera head at the top of the cleanout and zero our camera head at the top of the cleanout. We're gonna zero it here. And we are going to begin our video waste inspection. We are dropping down. There is a tie-in right there. And continue to push out. There's another tie-in there. We're just going to continue to push out. Black ABS seems to be in fair maintainable condition at this time. Just going to continue to push out. A little bit of an opening there at the top, just a tie-in. We're going to continue. That joint seems to be in fair maintainable condition. So we're just going to continue to push out. Another tie in there. We do have an inspector inside the house running a little bit of water. So there's a tie in there. So we're just going to continue to push out. That joint seems to be in fair maintainable condition. We're continuing to push out. We're just going to pause our mic here for a moment and just utilize this water to get out. So as we're pushing out, we come into a little bit of a belly at 44 feet 1 inch. And right here you can see that our camera head is going underwater. So we're just going to continue to push out. We are in a little bit of a belly here. Continue to push out. And then you can see right here at 50 feet 7 inches we come out of the belly, and it is just a little bit of a belly there, nothing too major. So we're just going to continue to push out. And it seems that possibly we have a clean out there. So we're just going to push out, pause here for a moment, and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and this area is in the front house underneath the, I want to say, the bathroom. But it's very difficult because we aren't able to access the house and actually get a proper location of where we are. So we are running water through a 4-inch ABS clean out on the side of the front house, on the left hand side if you're in the rear of the house or the back property. And we're just seeing if the water is either going to come in front of us or in behind us. So we're just going to pull back a little bit, and then we're going to push out. We're going to push out and see where our tie-in is. So we're continuing to push out, make a little bit of a turn, and continue to push out. And you can see right there that this is our tie-in, and we are running water from the hose through a 4-inch ABS cleanout at the front of the house on the left-hand side of the front house. And you can see there that there is our water coming in from behind us. So we're making a little bit of turn. We're actually going to pull back a little bit, and we are going to locate this area right here. So we're going to pause for a moment and locate. Okay, we went ahead and located this area, and we are still underneath the house, and we are unable to get access inside the house at this moment right now, so we aren't able to get a correct location. So we're just going to pull back and relocate ourselves to the front house at the 4-inch ABS cleanout in the left-hand side of the rear of the front house. And we were running water with a hose, and the water was running in front of us right there at the tie-in. So we're just going to continue to pull back. We need Ray. We're going to continue to pull back. And the black ABS seems to be black ABS waste seems to be in fair, maintainable condition at this time. No major offsets, no root intrusions. Just a little bit of scaling on the walls, but that's just typical. So we're just going to continue to pull back. The joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're just going to continue to pull back. A little bit of tie in there. We're just going to continue to pull back. And as we pull back, we do pull back into a little bit of a belly here. It's really not too major right now. But earlier when we were running water, it was holding quite a bit of water. So we're just going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. Pull back. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. Just going to continue to pull back. The black ABS waistline is in fair and maintainable condition. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. No major offsets, no roots. There's a tie in there. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint as well. So we're just going to continue to pull back. Making a little bit of a turn. Those are in fair and maintainable condition. And we are going to another tie in there. It's in fair, maintainable condition. And we're going to pull up and out. And we are going to relocate ourselves to the front property on the left hand side in the black ABS clean out. Okay, we did go ahead and relocate ourselves to the front unit on the right hand side. If you're facing the house from the street, this is the walkway on the right hand side. This is our pressure, or these are our sprinkler valves here. This is our 4-inch black ABS waistline or waste clean out, sewer line clean out, excuse me. And this is the back rear property of the right hand side. So we're just going to place our camera head monitor, the camera at the top of the clean out, and we're going to zero out here. Okay, we did go ahead and zero out our camera monitor, and our camera head is at the top of the black ABS clean out. And we're going to begin push out. Making a little bit of a turn. We are holding a little bit of water here, but it is the end of the line. just going to continue to push out. Still holding water. A little bit of an offset there. And we immediately transitioned from black ABS to vitreous clay. And you can see there that we do have an offset. But we're going to pause here for a moment. It appears to be vitreous clay, but it's very hard to get a good look at it. But once we get to the office, we can blow it up and take a better look at it. So we're just going to continue to push out. Continue to push out. That joint seems to be in very maintainable condition. And it is very hard to tell. We may be in vitreous clay or cast iron. It's just very hard to tell. But when we get to the office, we'll be able to tell a little bit better. So we're just going to continue to push out. And continue to push out. A little bit of an obstruction there. So we're just going to continue to push out. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. As that joint too. So we're just going to continue to push out. And then you can see here there is a large offset, and then it is shifting. So we're gonna pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we went ahead and located this, and it is on the right hand side planter area in the front of the front unit, and it is at 6 foot 0 inches deep, and it is in quite a big of offset. You can see there at the top of the pipe. So we're just going to continue to push out. We are in cast iron. It appears to be cast iron sewer pipe. So we're going to continue to push out.
Go ahead. Pretty clear at the bottom.
Pretty clean at the. We are holding a little bit of water there. So we're just going to continue to push out. That joint seems to be in a little bit of an offset there at the top of the pipe. Nothing too major. We're just going to continue to push out. It's hard to see.
That's 4 to 6.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to pause here for a moment. And as we're pushing out, it seems that we are transitioning to our 4 to 6 lateral transition. So we're just going to continue to push out. We do have inspectors in the house running water, so we are going to have some water come fly by us. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. We're going to pause here for a moment. Okay, as we're pushing out, we did get a better look at it, and it does appear that it is clay, but we are going to go and look better at it at the office and see if it is vitreous clay or if it's cast iron pipe. So we're just going to continue to push out. A little bit of an offset there. It's really difficult to see with the water, so we're just going to jump over it and continue to push out. And that joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. And the reason why we say that it may be clay or clay is because at every joint is approximately 3 feet in between each other. And then you can see in this joint, there's
3 foot lengths.
3 foot lengths but in between the pipe or joint. A little bit of an offset there, nothing major. Continue to push out.
Yep.
There's another joint there. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint, a little bit of root intrusion there at the bottom. A little minor, nothing major. So we're just going to continue to push out. We are holding waters. We are at around 55 feet 3 inches on the camera monitor, and we do go into a belly. So we're going to continue to push out, and then we pop out of it. Very short belly, and then we go back into it. It is holding water, but we're just going to continue to push out, and we are making a little bit of a turn. Continue to push out, and we reached our city sewer tie-in connection. This is our saddle here, and we are going to pause here for a moment and take a better look at the city sewer saddle. Okay, we did go ahead and push all the way out into our city sewer tie-in, and we are 66 feet 1 inches on the camera monitor. And this is our city sewer tie-in here. And this is our city sewer saddle connection, and our city sewer saddle connection seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. There's a little bit of an offset there as we pull back. It is not major. It is quite a ways out, so definitely be able to pass. So we're just going to continue to pull back. A little bit of offset there, catching a little bit of debris. Nothing too major, so we're just going to pull back. Minor offset in that joint there. Nothing too major, so we're just going to continue to pull back. We're going to pause here for a moment.
Little tiny bit of an offset.
Little bit of an offset there, but that joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. We're just going to continue to pull back. A little bit of an offset there. Very typical. We're just going to continue to pull back. A little bit of an offset in that joint. Holding a little bit of water. Slight build up there. It's a slight belly. So we're just going to continue to pull back. That joint got a little bit of
Slag, concrete.
That might be a little bit of slag, concrete overpour there in the joint. But when we get back to the office, we'll be able to look at it a little bit better and clearer, see what it is. So we're just going to continue to pull back. The joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. A little bit of an offset, nothing major. I'm going to continue to pull back. And that is our transition from 6-inch vitreous clay pipe to 4-inch vitreous clay pipe. And we're holding a little bit of water there in the transition. Now we're going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be a little bit of slag overpour in there, but it seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. I'm just going to continue to pull back. That joint as well has a little bit of slag overpour too. So we're just going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be a little bit of an offset there, but it's okay. We're just going to continue to pull back, as that joint is too. It seems to be in fair and maintainable condition.
That's 4-inch to 6-inch. That's it right there.
This is actually our 4 to 6-inch vitreous clay transition here at 36 feet 8 inches on our camera monitor. So we're going to continue to pull back, and you can see there that there's the 6-inch pipe into our 4-inch. Pull back, and we do have a very large offset there, and we did go ahead and locate it at the front of the property. At the front of the property. Well, actually, we'll pause here for a moment and relocate just to make sure. Okay, so we did go ahead and locate this area, and it is a little bit of further in front of our other offset, and this is nothing too major, just at the top. So we're just going to continue to pull back, and here is pulling back. And we do have a bunch of buildup. See, I think
that could be cast
that's
iron.
Pace's
That
cast.
looks like cast. And
Yeah,
here's the major
there.
offset.
And then here's our major offset, and we did go ahead and locate this, and we are at 27 feet 6 inches on our camera monitor, and we did go and locate this area and with the red flag, and it is on the right hand side of the property if you're facing the house in the planter area, and we marked it with the flag at 6 foot 0 inches deep. So we're just going to continue to pull back, and you can see that there is our major offset, and it seems that we are pushing into cast iron sewer pipe, and it seems like there is a section of cast iron there, and then we pull back into vitreous clay. So we're just going to continue to pull back. The joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. And we're going to continue to push back, pull back, and we're actually going to pause here for a moment and locate this area. Okay, we're just going to continue to pull back, and at this point right here we transition from the cast iron to clay, and we are underneath the house with the clay pipe at this transition. So we're just going to continue to pull back, and it is about 13 to 14 feet of clay pipe that is underneath the front house. So we're just going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. Continue to pull back. And all this clay pipe here is all underneath the house. The front house, underneath the front house. So we're going to continue to pull back. Very hard to tell at the joints because we do have an inspector in the house right now running water. But we did get a good look on the way out, so we're just going to continue to pull back. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint seems to be in fair and maintainable condition. Holding a little bit of water. And then we're going to pull back into black ABS waste, and we're gonna pull up and out of our clean out, and that will conclude our video sewer and waste line inspection.